Hey guys, I'm Racing Side, and I got a video here, and it's a track guide for Dover. Now, I don't know how I hit this lap, but it's a 23.2, but I don't think I can ever do it again. And I got, let's say, some tips of what I should do. I'm going to put a replay file of this replay, I guess, so you can see everything more in your own, terms. You want to slow it down any way you want, we'll go ahead and do that. And I was also going to show a race line, but my race line's exactly the same as this hot lap, just not as, not pushing as hard. Not scraping as much, and that's all that is. So I'm not going to bother with that this week. They changes in some tracks, not all of them. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and do this. Go to the cockpit here. And, yeah, just enjoy this lap. Yes, I know it was in a draft situation, but it wasn't close enough for it to even affect the speed, to be honest. Now, to be honest, running in a draft caused me to be slower, so I'll just say this, I don't know how I hit this lap, so I guess we're gonna find out together. Also, I'm not gonna show the exterior, because it doesn't really matter. I guess it kind of does, we'll show that. Alright, there you go. You can see how it was done. And let me go back to this here. I believe this was 30% track usage, which should be what NIS runs. Maybe it's a little more, but I don't know. It doesn't make that big of a difference from 20-something to 30, so that's what this is, 30. Tells you right there. Default weather, fix that up like I usually do. Also using a 2:1 steering ratio, everything's default. I have this guy behind me. DWC driver. Huh. Alright, enough of that nonsense. We're gonna go ahead and just get into this, so let's make our way to turn 1. I'm gonna slow-mo this really a lot. You can see I'm turning down already right at this red sign. Let me back that up here. At this hell of a good something. I start turning down right at the end of that, or almost near the end of that. Or, hell, I guess when this building of some sort pops up, that's where I start turning down into the corner. And I start hitting the brakes right at between this Hershey's and the Hershey's. Oh, Autism Speaks and Hershey's sign. So right about here, I'm getting hard onto the brakes, or hard as you can without spinning on this rearward brake bias that this thing has. So, you want to pretty much drive it over the hump, if that makes any sense. So let me play that in real time. You can see I'm over the hump, and that's when I start hitting the brakes. So we drive it down to the way bottom, right to before you're about to hit the apron. So you don't want to touch the apron, because you'll probably wreck the thing, but yeah. And I throttle up. Trying to get the thing to turn, I drift up about half a car length. And only a little bit. Then I start driving back down. So, see. I'm at the bottom. I start drifting up. Right about here. And when I'm drifting up, I'm applying some throttle. To make sure I get to the point where I want to get in the corner so I can drive back down. And you'll see that right here. So as I'm full throttle, I'm driving back down. You want to be full throttle at this point, and you want to get as straight of a launch off as you can. And onto the back straightaway, the car really wants to jump out on you. I didn't mention it, but going into the corners, the car also wants to jump out on you. And similar approach to turn 3, except we're going in much further. See, full throttle, turning in at the AAA insurance. And hell, yeah, once I'm past this AAA insurance right here, I guess you see this red thingy in front of your way, or the caution light over here on this right side of your car a little bit. It's kind of hard to tell because you're doing all this so fast. It's kind of just hard to redo, but I'm getting on the brakes much deeper again after the bump. And driving again to the bottom. That was the goal, at least. I didn't quite make it to the bottom. Use a little bit of brake. I let off much quicker than I did in turn 1. We're doing some trail braking here. So I'm braking at the Hershey's caution light. I'm holding the brake. Still holding the brake. And slowly release as I'm getting across this hell of a good and into the Dover 3 sign. And I'm off the brakes completely at the Dover 3 sign. So let it roll, drift up. And similar approach. I'm using the caution light here on the right side windshield brace. And the monster mile to start turning back down. And try to get the full throttle here. I had to let up because the thing was going to wreck on me right there. It's not the goal. I probably would have been in the ones if I hadn't done that. And then you power off. So that's how I got a 23-1, 2, 23-2. I don't think I can ever do it again. Because I'm just not as fast as some other guys. Hell, Matt Busa was doing zeros. Qualifying yesterday in a league race. Same conditions. A couple other guys were in the 1, so I see 1 as a fast guy race pace and 2 as, well, I'm guessing a regular old Joe race pace. So that's it. No track guide next week unless you want me to do it for another series. Someone requests that because we have an off week. Or we're going to do an all-star, but no, we're having an off week. Next track is going to be Charlotte, which I love that place because I usually run really well there. Or really bad because I get caught up in someone's crap, and I believe it's a 600 in 2 weeks, so a long race. So anyways, some racing Jewy side. Yeah.